everyone, I'm Whitney Adams, the host of the Whitney A channel on YouTube, and I'm here at the WSWA TV studios at the 73rd Annual WSWA Convention and Exposition. And I am so pleased to be joined with our President and CEO of WSWA, the one and only Craig Wolf.
Yeah, I'm the one and only, thank you.
Or should I call you 0073, perhaps?
You know, it's a role that I take every other year. And,
right, your alter ego.
But I don't know what we're going to do next year. You know, we did this back 2 years ago in 71, obviously, you know, that was fun. And then we did it again, 73. Last year we did the music video, which was fun. We're going back to Florida. Maybe we do another music video. I don't know. It's hard to
top yourself, right?
It's hard to top
Setting
it,
the bar.
And we're, you know, but Cindy, you know, who runs the convention and our convention team, you know, she comes up with these ideas, and I just try to do the best I can to meet her expectations.
Oh, you're doing an amazing job.
Thanks.
I think you could have a second career, maybe as a movie star.
It's fun. You know, your regular career, you're dealing with membership issues and the association. Then you come to the convention, it's a little more fun. But anything that gets me out of my chair is a great.
Right. Yeah. Well, this is a very exciting week for WSWA,
very much.
And record attendance.
Record attendance. I think the last count was well over 2,700. We came to the convention last time in Las Vegas, and we hit, for the first time ever, 2,500. We came here with 2,570 or so, and now we're over 2,700. I think by the time we're done, we might hit 2,800, and I'll tell you, it's great having a record like that. It helps everybody here in terms of the business. We have a record number of wholesalers here as well.
Right.
So, I mean, the industry is doing so well, and there's so much innovation, so much new talent. It's very exciting.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people were also very excited about the appearance from Channing Tatum and his new Born and Bred brand.
I mean, you know, it's always interesting to get a celebrity, you know, and we love having it because it creates that excitement. I'll tell you, when I went over today to the ribbon cutting with Christy Brinkley, with her Bellissimo Prosecco.
Also super exciting.
I had trouble getting through the crowd. You know, and I've done a lot of ribbon cuttings here, and I've never been in a situation where I was talking to people going through, and I said, does anybody know who's in charge here, who can get this thing going? And they're like, I don't know. They turn to me and they go, oh, and then they let me get through finally, because they know if I don't get through, nothing happens. But it was fun.
I heard that. I think your daughter is going to be, you're going to get Father of the Year.
Well, yeah, so we came over, obviously, to see the Channing Tatum interview and to get a chance to get a picture with him. And my daughter knew about Channing Tatum being here. And, you know, it's interesting. My daughter is not your sort of typical teenage, or even, she's 20 years old now, but girl, she's not that kind of girly girl, kind of bubbly, you know, person. So my wife sent her a picture of Channing Tatum. And so she calls up, and she said she wasn't crying, but she sounded like she was crying. She was so unnerved by it, and so I'm on the phone. So my wife hands the phone to me, and meanwhile Channing Tatum's walking around the stage here, coming towards us. So I think, okay, I'm going to figure this out, and so he comes around, and I said, Hannah, hold on 1 second, please. And I said, Channing, I said, can you do me one huge favor? Can you just say hello to my daughter here? So he picks up the phone. He goes, Hannah, is that you? Hannah, this is Channing. You know, and he said, listen to your father. Always listen to your father. He's always right. Always listen to your father. He will tell you what's right. You got to listen to him. And are you in school? Stay in school. Great.
Good advice.
Great. I know, it's just so sweet of him. It was so sweet of him. He seems like a really down-to-earth guy. I wish him all the success in the world with his product, and everybody here we wish well. The key to success is to go beyond whether you're a star, whether you have a great bottle. It's to understand that this process of being a part of this industry and becoming successful in the industry involves much more than just having star power or just having a good look. It's a partnership, and you've got to learn to network and work with wholesalers and develop your understanding of the industry, because it takes time. If you heard Tito Beveridge this morning, who got the Sidney Frank Award, which was very exciting. He's been at WSWA forever, but he started out like every other small distributor here, or excuse me, he started out like every other supplier here. Came to the exhibit hall, worked it, made friends, built his network, and now he's Tito, right? And I'll tell you, that can happen to anybody, but you got to work it. You can't just come here and expect the business to come to you. You've got to go in. One of the things I ask people when I go around talking to the suppliers is I said, tell me the color of the badge of a wholesaler. Okay? If you can't tell me the color of the badge of a wholesaler, you are wrong. Okay?
Right.
You got to know that when you see that maroon badge coming down the hallway,
bam,
you got to hit that person. You got to target that person, because that's your distribution, right? You got to talk to that person, meet them, get to know them. But that's what you have to know. You have to figure out these things that let you be successful.
Right. And so what are some of the highlights you think for this week for you? There's the beverage forum on Thursday.
Right. Look, I'm always a big fan, first of all, of the taste of the industry.
Okay.
All right. These exhibit halls are great. They're great. They're bright. They got a lot of traffic going through them. But it's a very daytime environment, right? It's a business environment. You try to make it a little more exciting, and some of them do very well at that. But what I love, but there's two halls, which means the traffic goes between the two, and it flows, ebbs and flows. But at Taste of the Industry, everybody's in one place.
Right.
It's a nighttime environment. It's fun. There's music. It's kind of like, and at the end of 2 days, everybody's ready for a drink, right? So everybody goes to that, and they have a lot of fun, and it's just a great event. But I'm really excited about the brand battle at the Beverage Alcohol Forum,
right.
The U.S. Beverage Alcohol Forum on Thursday, because we have a new event, a new session called Brand Battle.
Okay.
And this is like our version of Shark Tank. But it's going to be instructive because you're going to see 5 of the competitors who made it through to the second round. We had 40 people, 40 different, we had 40 companies provide us with videos, submissions, seeking to get one of the 5 spots for the actual brand battle. And so those companies who are going to be in the brand battle, they're going to present, just like on Shark Tank, to a bunch of wholesalers and a celebrity guest as well, Lisa Vanderpump.
Right.
And then they're going to give their pitch. And what they're going to learn about is what they did well, what they didn't do so well, how they can improve, obviously, and what they have to do to be successful in the marketplace. The wholesalers that are on the panel are very experienced, they're smart, but they're willing to help. And all the wholesalers here, if you talk to them, they're going to give you pointers, they're going to give you help. So the brand battle sort of epitomizes what you need to do to work that relationship with a wholesaler.
It's very exciting. Yeah. I can't wait for the brand battle. I think it's going to be super fun. So every year you honor one wholesaler, one supplier. You talked about Tito. Can you talk about the other award winner for this year?
So Larry Ruvo,
just
an icon in the industry. He's been around forever. He is wholesaling, for many people in Nevada. With Southern Wine and Spirits Nevada, his family started out, immigrants in a small restaurant, which became really, that restaurant became one of those establishments in Vegas that everybody knew about. And he worked his way up. He started out in the hospitality industry, but then eventually worked in the wholesale industry. Worked Southern now for how many years? I don't even know. I think it's 40 years or so. And what's great about Larry is it's not just about business to him, right? It's the hospitality. It's about being a good citizen. It's about being somebody who cares. And his experience with his father suffering from Alzheimer led him in a direction I'm not sure he ever knew he was going to take to try to find a cure for this disease. And he's exceeded any expectations you could have by getting the Cleveland Clinic and to locate and work on these, not just Alzheimer's, but many different diseases.
Very impressive.
So he's long overdue as an award winner. He represents everything I think wholesalers are: philanthropic, caring, community-oriented, and obviously very good businessman.
Oh yeah. And lastly, before you go, you've been at the helm here for a decade, and you've been coming to the conventions. And what do you think is different about this year? Anything changed over the course of the past decade?
It's everything's changing, and it's always changing. I mean, just the volume of people, the excitement. The idea was when I took over 10 years ago as president and CEO, I would walk through the halls and try to figure out the convention a little better, understand it better. And I just didn't feel the excitement, and I wanted to find a way. So the first thing we did was change a venue, the Florida venue, because that was important. And then we changed the Vegas venue as well, because we wanted a little more up, a little upscale, a little better venue. And every time we look at the convention, we say, okay, what can we do better? What can we change a little better? So the exhibit halls, for instance, a couple years ago, I said, it was dark. It was a little too dark. I said, let's lighten them up. Let's make sure that there's plenty of light, plenty of excitement, plenty of flow. And you got to have the flow. You got to have people get through, right? So everything we look at, whether it's and we started the U.S. Beverage Alcohol Forum. We said, look, what these people are thirsty for is not just business, but understanding the business. If we don't give them the education and help them, we're not doing our jobs. So when we started the Beverage Alcohol Forum years ago, we had 2 or 3 people attending some of our sessions. And now, last year, we had 100, 200 people each session.
Wow.
So it's growing, and so we provide that extra value for them. But the events themselves are what really have changed. I think they've just been class events, fun events, and opportunities for everybody to do business in a great setting. And so every year we're going to do better, I guarantee you that, at least as long as I'm the head of the association, and creating an environment that's a good opportunity for everybody to do well.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Nice
Pleasure to
seeing
meet you.
Take care.
And thank you for joining us at WSWA TV.